Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp, and this time we are gonna talk about a beer. Even better, I'm gonna taste a beer. For some odd reason, despite this being a very well-known Antwerpian beer, I've never tasted it before. Now, quick disclaimer, it is rather old because this is one of the last ones in existence. Let's see. Yeah, it's quite overdue. Almost a year, but it is a strong blonde. So, luckily, that is a keeper. We are gonna talk about Den Bangelijke by brewery at Pakhuis. I did talk about the Pakhuis in a previous video. I'll link it through here. This was truly a public's favorite when it comes to brewery at Pakhuis. And I do mean that literally, because they started brewing this somewhere in the late 90s. And originally this was only available at the brewery's own restaurant, but by popular demand they commercialized it in 2013. Thank God. Now, the namesake of this beer is a peculiar story. It's actually an etymological story, because Bangelijk is it's a Dutch word, but it's a mainly Flemish used word, and more specifically a typical Antwerpian saying. Bangelijk has several meanings. As language evolves, words' meanings often evolve too, and Bangelijk originally meant easily scared. So a person that is scared easily was Bangelijk. That slowly mutated to scary, the meaning, so something Bangelijk was scary. Like if someone says a Bangelijke spin, that's a scary spider. But negative adjectives often tend to be used to reinforce positive sayings or adjectives. And yeah, an example, think of phrases like wicked good or that is sick or things like that. And this too became one of those sayings. So Bangelijk goed actually translates to scarily good, literally. And it got shortened to just Bangelijk. So if people now say Bangelijk, they don't mean scared easily or scary, they mean like really good. So Bangelijk is best translated to awesome. And that's what people thought of this beer. That's how it got its name. So just like the duvel story, and I'll link it through here, when someone said, "Das is nicht een duvel," and they named it duvel. During the tastings of this beer, in the initial brewing days, someone actually said, "Amai, dat is een Bangelijke pint," translating to, "Damn, that's a mighty good beer," or an awesome beer. So they named it Den Bangelijke, the awesome one. Den Bangelijke is a triple. I've read it's a light amber triple. I've read it is a strong blonde. Well, it's a combination. This is a high quality craft beer. It is brewed with the finest ingredients. I know because they hand-picked them. In this case, malted barley, wheat and saaz hops. It is unfiltered, unpasteurized. It is 8.5% ABV, so 8.5% strong. And it is here and there called one of Antwerp's prides. And I'm really looking forward to tasting this. Like I said, it is brewed by my former teacher, also a good friend of mine. And despite knowing this man for a while and knowing this brewery for a while, I've never tasted this beer before, so immediately very aromatic. First thought, quite malty, but also a bit hoppy. Slightly sweet, that's nice. Also a bit fruity actually, a bit exotic fruit, yellow fruits, citrusy. That might be the saaz hops. And I'm gonna taste this in a small executive glass. This is a 15 centiliter executive, one of the original Pakhuis glasses, not the oldest ones. And I'm very happy with this glass because, as you guys know, I am a collector, and I actually found this glass. I have a double, two glasses, from someone like next door to my work, and he gave it to me for free. So very, very, very happy. Ooh. It seems a bit darker than I expected. Again, 33 centiliter bottle, 15 centiliter glass. I'm having two of these today. For an unfiltered beer, this is rather clear, very, very, very active, very well carbonated. I'd call this like straw yellow or light amber. I do get where people got that light amber from. It actually looks as if it's aged on wood by color, but very nice. Yeah, I'd call this straw yellow beer. Slightly off-white foam, which is often the case. Some small to medium bubbles. Look at that swirl. Still very malty, very hoppy. The sweet edge actually dissipated. But this does smell quite hoppy, quite bitter. So, cheers. Immediately a very full mouthfeel. It is quite thin. I do see a bit of yeast bubbling up there. It is quite thin, not to say watery, but it is very heavily carbonated, which also adds to that mouthfeel. And at first taste, it is slightly sweet and a tiny bit fruity, but it is mainly quite bitter and dry. Now, as I said, this has been in the fridge for well over a few months. This is one of the last ones in existence, but that means that originally it had a bit more sugar in it. It's unfiltered, unpasteurized, so it is re-fermented in the bottle, hence the yeast that I see bubbling up here. So now it is a bit drier, a bit more bitter than it actually was intended to be. Nonetheless, actually absolutely like this. You guys know that I like my beers dry, bitter, slightly sour. This isn't sour, but it is quite dry. So slightly sweet, bittersweet I'd say, but with the emphasis on bitter. Nice hop aromas, nice malt aromas. It is still a bit malty. Really goes around well. Also in the roof of the mouth, it tingles a bit. Again, the bitterness and the high carbonation stimulate that part of the mouth. Fun fact, actually, we do have taste buds in the roof of our mouth, just not as many. But that's why your taste profile changes when you swirl through the whole mouth. Apart from that, you really taste the 30 years of experience that Hans has. Why? Because this is actually a very balanced beer. And I've often said this before, balance is something very, very important, not only in beer, but in taste in general. When it comes to food, when it comes to drinks, when it comes to making cocktails, balance is very, very important, but also in brewing. And this is very balanced because the aftertaste is also quite strong and bittersweet. So those two components keep coming back. A slightly hint of citrus in there, but absolutely lovely beer. And Actually, I'm a bit disappointed now that I tasted it, because now that I know how good it is, I'm even more disappointed that it's been discontinued. But nonetheless, absolutely love this. So let's just move to the verdict, and yeah, fun thing, because I'm only doing the beer right now, I can go a bit more in depth, and I'm still having short videos. Anywho, the verdict. I would give this a 4.25 in Untapped. I love how bitter and dry it is, and that sweet edge surrounding it. Absolutely great. It's like bitter medicine and a sweet pill. Very well balanced. Like I said, it is a triple or a strong blonde. Nonetheless, it is 8.5% ABV, the exact same ABV as a Duvel, or comes close to a Cornet or Mer. And I think this one really holds its own, and it can easily withstand all those competitors. So yeah, 4.25 and Untapped. As usual, if you guys like this video, let me know, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment. If you have any suggestions, same thing. And if you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you'll be the first to know whenever I upload something. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be crossing borders again. Cheers, you guys.